with the Scarborough Civic Action Network. Welcome, LilyFang. Please start by telling us why you are running to be councillor for Ward 22. What have you done in the ward prior to this election? How long have you lived in the ward? And how would you support Ward 22 residents, including youth and seniors?
Okay, thank you for having me here. So my name is Lily, and since the beginning of the election, I have been personally going out in the community every single day during literature drop and spoken to hundreds of residents if they happen to be out at a safe social distance. I believe the best way to support the residents of the community is to be there for them. So I think, by reaching out and listening to their concerns, we can conduct better assessments to implement services, whether it's for individuals, businesses, children, or senior. And during the past elections, I have actually personally reached out to more than 30,000 Canadians and their families to just listen and talk to them to find out about what their needs are. So road safety and speedy recovery from COVID-19, as well as just involving residents to be more in the decision-making process are some of my top priorities.
Thank you. My name is Rhoda Potter, and I'm with Agincourt Village Community Association. The first question is about safety. We have heard about safety concerns, including road, pedestrian, and cycling safety, personal security, and community safety in our neighborhoods, including the schools. How will you work to improve safety in Ward 22 and address this wide range of issues?
Yes, and I think road safety can be improved, first of all, through simple things like if we just add in speed bumps or stop signs or traffic lights at places where accidents do frequently happen or occur. So if it's necessary, we can use technologies like speed cameras or detectors to install at these places. And also, I know a lot of the roads in the ward right now they only have sidewalk on one side of the street. So I think just by adding in the other side of the street, a sidewalk on the other side would increase convenience and safety for a lot of pedestrians. So I think personal and community safety can be improved if we provide the proper educational or control in place. So for example, during COVID-19 right now, we should all be practicing safe social distancing rules and just educating the younger generation. So when they grow up, they have these awareness about these issues in mind, and they can become a part of the solution as they grow up to be future leaders. So I think awareness can also be raised if we to improve safety, if we implement the programs that educate our community about these different issues, whether it's drug awareness, crime awareness, prevention, or other issues.
Thank you. I'm Michael Manu with the Toronto Youth Cabinet. The next question is about transit. As we all know, transit is a long-standing issue in Scarborough, with many years of nothing being done, plans being changed, and overall inaction, with residents ultimately paying the price. Where do you stand on much-needed improvement to public transit, specifically on issues such as the Shepherd Avenue subway or LRT and bus lanes on Finch Avenue?
So I would definitely support anything that would provide more access or easier access and better infrastructure for the community. I think expanding the subway line would not only reduce congestion on the road, but also make the community more accessible. So I do support that. In terms of cycling lanes, I think we need to conduct better assessments before we put these in, because it might actually cause inconvenience for nearby residents. So if we did put in these cycling lanes, I think, we need to take proper actions to make sure that basically we provide an alternative to the people who are affected by them. Because I've actually spoken to residents in the community who have told me that because of these things put in front of their houses, they cannot either exit their properties properly, or they can't park their cars anymore in front of their property. So I do think, before we put in any measures or make anything happen, we need to make sure that when we're trying to increase the convenience or safety or something for one group, we're not reducing it for another one.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Laura Harper with Agincourt Community Services Association. The third and final question is about community improvements. Ward 22 is lacking in a lot of important community infrastructure, has no designated neighborhood improvement areas, and many community members are being impacted by COVID-19. We need more community spaces, social programs, playgrounds, affordable housing with particular attention to seniors, and employment opportunities. We have a very diverse population and many people are voiceless. We also have a lot of development happening in the ward. How will you work to address this range of issues and needs?
Yes, so first of all, I would implement programs that promote the safe use of the community centers, recreation centers, libraries, and other facilities during pandemic, during COVID-19, because I think services should not be closed when we're in need of them the most. And personally, I support having more community spaces and social programs because they are an important part of our daily lives. So I promise to always just have an open line of communication for residents to reach out to me so more voices can be heard. And I just think there needs to be a good balance between meeting the needs of different groups because it is a really diverse community. So I know there are a lot of seniors in the community, and simple things like if you just let them in a bit earlier during the winter month into community centers, or making sure that when we contract things out like snow removal, we actually go there and see if they're done properly or they're done on time. I think these simple things we provide a lot of benefits. So growing up, I think, I was able to attend a lot of different after school programs like arts, music, and sport programs. And I would definitely, strongly continue supporting these because I think they are a really important part of our children's lives and growing up. And just overall, I think I really believe in changing through education. So by educating our younger generation to grow up to be better future leaders and have issues in mind when they grow up. And overall, I just want to strive to have better assessments and reviews done in the services that are offered by the city. So basically, the taxpayers' hard-earned money are not going to waste and they can be put into things that benefit most people.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you, LilyFang, for taking part in Ward 22.